So he would, and then we'd come back and we felt, and he's like, wow, this is great. How many cars? What kind of car is it? I don't know. Go find out the make and model. Get the license plate and the make and model. So we drive back there, and there was a little store next door, so we'd make like we were going to buy bubble gum and stuff. And they never paid attention to us. We were kids. So we were feeding them all this intelligence, you know. So at a young age, we felt empowered, you know. And that kind of, you know, it kind of had a sexy feel to it, and exciting feel to it. But growing up and being the kid and the student I was, I knew there's no way I'm never gonna achieve that. I'm not that kind of person. When you're told you'll be dead or in jail by 25, over and over and over, and then you're being told you think nothing of yourself. And I did, I thought nothing. I was a horrible student. You're not like your brother and sister. You're not like everybody else. You're a piece of garbage. You suck. You're stupid. It starts to resonate in your brain. So you go, you know what? I'm just going to hang with the people that are stupid. I'm going to hang with the people that are lower than everybody else. And that's what I did. So I kind of gave up the dream of being a police officer. But then my mom's side of the family had a little bit of outlaw motorcycle gang sprinkled in there. So a couple of my uncles, they were associated with a club. And it was a pretty predominant club in the area at the time, and still is. And they gravitated to that. So I found that sexy. I found motorcycles and cars sexy. So I started working on cars, and my uncle and I were driving trucks and, you know, working on motorcycles on the weekends, building bikes, working on cars. And that kind of like made my father mad too, because he didn't want me with those grease balls and those dirt bags. So so he thought that's his verbiage for them. By high school, they came in. I didn't take my SATs. You know, I didn't bother to take SATs because I had no aspiration to go to college. I knew dead or in jail by 25. So I'm living hard and I'm going to live fast. This is what I'm going to do. And then my dad told me they were giving the test. I said, really, you think I should take it? He said, yeah, give it a shot. You know, so I took the test, and, you know, I did well on it, but they were hiring 10 officers, and, you know, I came out number 11 on the list, and, you know, a little bit of nepotism there. So New Jersey has that built in still. So because of that, they called in a favor and they made an 11th spot for me, and I got hired and I got the job.
What were those early years of your career in law enforcement like?
Early years were, it was funny because I was a patrolman, right? So now I had to clean up my act. I had to take my earrings out to become a police officer. I had to lose that whole persona of this outlaw biker I wanted to be, and a grease monkey that I wanted to be. So I kind of broke that. I got my little, you know, my hair cut high and tight. You know, I looked like Vanilla Ice when I came out of the academy with the squared off hair, and I was like, oh, this is not me. I had that bad porn mustache and like a cop pad. You know, I bought in, you know, I did. So that's kind of how I started.